Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I got a special sale, because I told you guys what I'm doing now to discipline myself, because if I don't, I have a million guitars sitting around here. Each time I buy one, one has to go. And I'm selling this Washburn, and the model number is WB-66. I'll stick the headstock up there in a minute, but letting this one go. And a little bit about the history of this particular guitar. This is my most expensive bass in my collection, because I said to myself, I want to get a pretty good upscale bass, and I found one. And what really drew me to this bass was it's the closest thing to Gene Simmons bass, which is also made by Washburn, but the Gene Simmons bass costs about $2,000. So I was like, I ain't got $2,000. So I spent close to $500 on this one. It was over six something, brand new, and has a very long neck. Has that really. This is what bass neck should be as far as length. All of the bases that you see that are regular necks, they're not really regular necks. They're smaller scale, because there's like three scales. It's this one, which is the full scale. Then it's the regular one, which is everybody think is the regular one, which actually this is supposed to be the regular one. Then it's the smaller scale, which is smaller, so it's three scales. The neck on this one is, like I said, it's a long neck, and it's the kind of neck that you would find on extremely expensive guitars like Olympics, which cost about $3 to $4,000. Mr. Mark used to play one from Slave, God rest his soul. The Rickenbackers, they got this extra long neck, and they cost about $3,000. So this was the closest thing, because I told you the Gene Simmons model, which is very similar to this one as far as the neck length, kind of the design, and then the inlays. So I was like, yeah, you got to get this one. And so, yes, you probably be asking yourself, well, why are you selling your most expensive one? And here's the reason why. What I'm trying to do for my basses, like I've done for my guitars, just about every guitar in my collection has its own different unique tone and feel. Because, 20 years ago, I had like 5 Strats, 4 Tellys. They all looked and sounded the same. And I look back on that and say, why would I do that? Why would I go out and get 4 guitars that sound the same? So as you get older, you get wiser. So as far as my bass collection, I just been playing my Fender copy of my J Tercer. Love it. It has that Fender tone to it. I'm actually going to do a review on that guitar probably tomorrow. So that's kind of my bottom guitar. This used to be the bottom guitar. So then I have another one that sounds like a fretless, which is my OLP. So it has a different tone, different feel too. I love the neck on that thing. And then what I want now is, which is actually coming next week, and I actually got a P bass coming tomorrow. But the one that's coming next week is a Fender Jazz bass. And I want a slap bass in my collection, because back in the day, I used to be a serious slap bass player. Before I became a guitar player, I was actually a bass player. So that guitar is going to deliver that. So since I have 2 guitars that deliver the bottom, I figure, well, it's time to part with this one. Actually, I don't want to part with this one. This one is beautiful. It feels good. It plays well. The action is great. You get really various tones on there, because you got 4 knobs, and then you got a switch too. So that's one reason why, I really did want to get rid of this, or don't want to get rid of this. But like I told you guys, I got to make room. When new ones come, some old ones have to go, because if not, I have about 2,000 guitars around here. So like I said, I paid almost about 5. So I'm gonna let it go for $225 plus $50 shipping and handling, because this is a heavy guitar. I got to put it in a big box, and I'm gonna pack it up real nice for you guys, or the lucky person that buys it. So it's gonna cost about $50. If it's California, it's gonna be about $65. I already know that, because again, this thing got some weight, and I'm putting it in a big box. Put a lot of stuff in it to keep it packed up well. So the $275, that's a great deal, because if I would have let this guitar go last year, I had a guy that wanted, he's gonna pay me $350 for it. I said, no, I want to keep this thing. I'm just keep it as long as I can. So now I'm reducing it, and one reason why I'm reducing it because when I got this guitar from what happened, musicgaround.com, the guy that had it prior to me had a custom guard around here. He removed the guard because the guard was like $200 customized because I seen it online. So he didn't want to sell the guitar with that on there, so he took it off. And as a result of he taking it off, there's just like some screws holes here. It's two there. And I'm going to stick it up here to up to the screen. It's just a cosmetic thing. It doesn't affect the way that the guitar plays. It's not damaged by any means. It's just that he did some custom work and he removed the plate. So I'm going to stick the guitar up to the camera so you guys can get a better look at it. So, like I said, that's the reason why I reduced it, because there's some people that, they have issues with a little paint missing and something, a little dent scratched there, and that's different if you're selling it brand spanking new, but when it's used, expect some type of signs or show of wear, unless somebody bought it and just put it in the case and never ever played it, so this is a great deal because I'm gonna leave a link down here so you guys can hear it. This guitar got some bottom, some serious bottom. And like I told you, since I got the Jay Tercer copy that Fender copy that has a lot of bottom, I said, you know what? I'm gonna most likely be playing this guitar more than this guitar, so I'm gonna part with it. So 275 Tastic, the first 275. Like I told you guys, and you already know if you follow my channel and follow my guitar sales, and it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, which is 1 o'clock Thursday morning. So once daylight comes and people start to view this video, probably by the end of the day, this guitar is gone. The majority of guitars that I sell, usually by the end of the day, they're gone. So again, PayPal information is right down there. Once you say, hey, send me a comment, say, hey, I want this guitar, then I tell you it's still available. Because if you still see the video and it doesn't say sold on the title at the point where I updated it, it's still available. So once you send your comment, say I want it, I'll tell you, yeah, it's still available. Then you send me the funds. Then I would take the video down. And it will go out the very next business day, United States Postal priority tracking, which means you get it most likely within 4 days. I'm also going to put a signature required on it. So when it shows up, somebody has to sign for it, because I've never had an issue with the post office doing this, but who knows? With other carriers, I've had this happen. If you don't put a signature required, big old box will be just sitting up on your doorstep when you get home, on the side of your house. So I don't want that. I want someone to sign for it and make sure that it gets to you safely. So again, $275. Hate to part with this thing because I spent a couple $100 extra or a couple $100 more for it. The reason why again I'm reducing because of just the cosmetic issues. Everything works on it, feels good, great strings, action is low, neck is real smooth. So PayPal information is right down there. The link to hearing this guitar, because I did several covers on this with this guitar, so you can check it out, check out the tone. So that's basically it. I love the look of this guitar. It sounds as good as it looks. And I'm a sucker for headstocks. I just love the headstock on this thing, And if really, can't get out. If I don't get any takers within 2 days, and most likely I will, I'm just gonna keep it. You know, sometimes I have to make exceptions to say, you know what, I'm gonna keep this one, and then when another one come in, I dig out in my collection, probably send out another one, you know, or sell another one. But don't really want to part with this one, you know, because again, this is my most high-end guitar, and it looks and feels like it because it is. So this would be a great bargain for anybody because I just priced a few on eBay. You can check for yourself or music.com, one of those two. I think it's eBay. Cheapest that you can find this guitar there is like $299. You know, so and then that's not including shipping and handling. So you're looking at about $350, when you can get this one for $275. So till next time, take care. And also, what I'll do is I will throw in free of charge. I think it's DVD bundle number 17. It's a bunch of bass lessons, you know, and that's like a $30 value. You know, I'll throw that in free if you guys want to have that. So I'm gonna set off till next time. Take care, but first come, first serve. You know, it's beautiful. I love this guitar. There's no scratches on the back. There's no scratches on the neck. It's just that those screw indentations that somebody put in there when they put that custom arm thing or pick guard thing, or actually not pick guard, it was like an arm rest thing where, you know, it looked good. I actually seen a picture of it, you know. So until next time, take care. Thanks for watching.